Good evening, parents, students and teachers. In this speech, I'd like to share with you some of the special moments and thoughts during my time at John Colet School. I was so excited about starting at John Colet that even 2 months before I started, I spent a whole day at the basin in my John Colet uniform. I hope you are proud of that, Mrs. McKendrick. I was a walking, talking ad for John Colet. As I walked into school on the first day, I was bracing myself to be ushered in by a stern teacher. But no, could it be? As I walked up to the classroom, I saw, no, it couldn't be. I swear I saw an angel. The angel welcomed me in and saw me to my seat. Little did I know at the time, it was not an angel or a figment of my imagination. It was Mrs. Cannell. During Year 2, having discovered that Mrs. Cannell was in fact just the amazing Mrs. Cannell, not an angel, I was desperate to stay on at John Colet, even when we moved to the other side of the world, /Hornsby. Nothing was going to stop me getting to school every day, even if I had to battle monsters or sail over rough seas, otherwise known as Sydney traffic. We always made it in the end, although sometimes I began to doubt my own patience. When we moved to Hornsby during my 3rd year at John Colet, all the people we met assumed that we had moved to the district because of the public schools, which supposedly had some of the highest NAPLAN results. So, much to my dismay, off we went to have a look at these amazing schools. And I thank those schools every day for not being as impressive as everyone thought they were, or I wouldn't be here today. I assume you've heard of Superman and Spider-Man and Captain America? Well, my teacher, Mrs. Tomitsky, put all those famous heroes to shame. She made everyone quake in their shiny school shoes and laugh so hard you could barely speak. And honestly, I think that's the best qualities any teacher, or Superman for that matter, could have. She really is Wonder Woman. Alas, the time has come to leave John Colet and its friendly faces to go in search of a good high school. Because, unfortunately, John Colet doesn't have a high school yet. After endless searching, we found a school. It's not John Colet, but I guess it will have to do. My standards have been set too high. Anyway, so we arrive at the school open day and get the full tour. Now we're sitting in the English classroom, listening while the teacher, with a twinkle in her eye, leans over conspiratorially and says, "We'll be studying Shakespeare too." A confused, glassy-eyed look comes over most of the children, probably wondering who this Shakespeare What's-It person is. After the English teacher finished talking, everyone floods the exit, but Mum and I stay behind. With an amused expression, Mum explains that I've been doing Shakespeare plays for as long as I can remember. Jumping up and down in excitement, she exclaims, "You must come here. I can't wait to study it with you." Now that's a promise I should probably keep. Good morning, Mrs. McKendrick. Good morning, Mrs. Donald. We have said, or not exactly said, but mumbled those words, about 260 times since our first assembly in Lower First. Yes, I have done my maths. It's hard to believe that the two people who are the very foundation on which John Colet was built are leaving. So, for what may be the last time, I will say, for around the 261st time, on behalf of everyone sitting here today, good afternoon and thank you very much, Mrs. Donald and Mrs. McKendrick. When I was slumped over my desk with a total mind blank, I thought to myself, what words come to mind when I think of John Colet? Level-minded, understanding, a different way of thinking, unique, inquisitive, and appreciative, humble. Not bad as far as school principals go. But if I had to choose one word, I'd have to say unique. But John Colet must be special, because out of 1 million schools my parents could have picked, they chose John Colet. And I don't normally say this, but they definitely made the right decision.